Welcome to a new web TV episode from Sportyjob.com. Every week, a strong accent on the European sports industry and its retail, brands, trade show, events, and of course, the employment market. See you on Sportyjob.com for archives and of course, all kind of details about the latest job offers in the sports industry. This week, we will talk about growth in 2010, about jumps in sales, bikes, image rights, and of course, the employment market. In the retail front, we'll talk about the European market and Foot Locker. Brands and companies, it will be about Prince, Decker's Outdoor Company, and Skechers. The company of the week is Kappa. We'll talk about the new movers in the employment market, and of course our job offer of the week with Soul Technology Europe. Partly aided by very favorable weather conditions and by the World Cup of football, consumer spending on sporting goods rose in 2010 by 4.3% in terms of euros in the 15 countries analyzed in the annual retail survey of Sporting Goods Intelligence Europe. Outside the Eurozone, the continued progress of the Scandinavian bloc was offset last year by the continued difficult conditions of the British market, which dropped slightly, while the Italian and Irish markets took a deeper plunge. Surprisingly, the market was relatively stable in the Iberian Peninsula, thanks in part to the low-priced offerings of Decathlon, which kept on gaining market share, and this despite the economic situation that continued to be tough. Germany, on the other hand, grew by 7%. Nonetheless, considering the fact that there will be no special international events this year, the whole European market is unlikely to match the performances of 2010. Foot Locker's net income jumped more than sixfold to $37 million in the second quarter ended July 30th, as its global sales increased by 16% to $1,275 million, with a hefty 11.7% increase on a same-store basis and a boost of 4.6 percentage points from a positive foreign currency conversion. The strength of the quarter was broadly based across categories and geographies. The shoe business is still driven by technical running, lightweight running, and basketball, with men's and youth stronger than women. Apparel continues to improve for Foot Locker, especially in the US market. The market trend is confirmed by several reports published recently by industry brands such as Nike, and the management adds that it sees nothing on the horizon that would materially slow down the current upswing in athletic footwear. A study of citizens of the 27 member countries of the European Union by the Gallup organization has found that 35 million Europeans, or 7% of the total population, use a bike as their primary means of transportation. The biggest proportion of cyclists was in the Netherlands, where almost one-third of the respondents, 31% to be exact, said they rode a bike to get around. Several market signs aim at a positive market cycle, especially on the mountain bike, electric bikes, and pedelec fronts. We will keep an eye on these opportunities. Van Megen Sports Group, a Dutch distribution company that once dealt with a flurry of tennis and action sport brands in the Benelux and German-speaking countries, will cease to exist at the end of this year when the distribution rights for Prince and Tretorn in the Benelux countries will be attributed to Prince Benelux, a new subsidiary of Prince Europe. In the face of tightening margins, Prince Europe has started directly covering more and more European countries in the last years, from Spain and Portugal to France, Germany, and now the Benelux region. The next move will occur in Italy. Decker's Outdoor Corporation, parent company of Hug, Teba, Tsubu, and Hanu, completed on July the 5th the acquisition of Sanuk, as reported on our first episode of Sportyjob TV, whose sales jumped by 57% in the first half of this year to about $43 million. The brand is sold also in outdoor stores. Meanwhile, the shift from distributors to direct wholesale distribution in the UK and Benelux countries caused a temporary drop of $30 million in Decker's Outdoor Corporation's turnover for the second quarter ended June 30th, and the associated cost precipitated the company into a loss. Nonetheless, brand performances registered inspired strong confidence on future results. A group of young models is suing Skechers USA, accusing it for using their images without proper payment. The complaint, filed in Superior Court in Los Angeles, said the Skechers paid a small fee for limited use of the model's images, but then built a global branding campaign around the photos, ignoring the limitations. The lawsuit also notes that the young models have been unlikely to find out about the violation, given that the ads were used largely outside the US. The models won compensatory damages for the sums they were not paid, punitive damages, and a share of Skechers' profits that came about as a result of the ad campaign, with a minimum of $10 million demanded, and are also seeking an injunction against further use of the photographs. Sport Finance, Kappa licensee for France, Spain, Portugal, Switzerland and Belgium, is aiming with confidence at a double-digit growth in 2011, and thus despite the crisis. Yet another consecutive year of high retail performance since 2004. On top of that, the company is the new Voile de Saint-Tropez licensee, the most prestigious for wholesaling boats contest event. Sport Finance is also betting for the environment through the company-owned brand FYE, For Your Earth, and the promise to plant a tree for every single pair of shoes sold, a great initiative we will register strong success. Last but not least, Kappa is proud of the latest performances registered by their sponsored rugby and soccer teams in France, Aviron Bayonnais, Racing Métro, Toulouse and Evian. The brand is also proud to announce the opening of brand stores through partnerships with Aviron Bayonnais and Racing Métro. The Jordan Corporation has promoted Anthony Di Rocco to President and Chief Executive of K2 Sports. At the same time, the current President and CEO of K2, Robert Markovich, has been appointed to the same position at the Coleman Company, another subsidiary of Jordan. On the other hand, Jan van Leuven, former CEO of Sol Technology Europe, is the new European Sales Director for Vans. And Jake Bradman is taking the reins as President of Sanuk, the company bought last month by Deckers Outdoor Corporation. Ben Pruss is the first Chief Executive of Holden, the maker of premium snow and sportswear. He comes from Adidas Originals, where he was Global Vice President. And now, our job offer of the week is brought to you by skate giant Soltech Technology Europe, who is recruiting a European sales director. The position will be based in Amsterdam. 4 to 5 years experience on a similar position in action sports, preferably in the shoe segment, are required. English is mandatory, and any additional European language will be a plus. More details on sportyjob.com. And now, the latest stock market trading from the world's leading sports companies. Before closing this new Sportyjob.com web TV episode, we would like to thank Sporting Goods Intelligence for its news and analysis of the international sports market. For further details and in-depth analysis of all key sports eyewear and shoe market related topics, subscribe to their newsletter on sgieurope.com. You're a business owner looking for the perfect employee? Or you're just looking for a job? Sportyjob.com is your meeting point. It's totally free. It is the ideal sports industry job platform on the internet.